Aloha! Aloha, my beautiful empaths and highly sensitive souls out there. I'm so happy to bring you this week's special energy reading. I'm so excited because this time, the first week since I'm doing the readings, we're going to have a portal day. And I'd like to explain that because I wasn't able to find much, on English websites, and I've learned it on German websites through another card reader that I used to listen to way back when, and also because that's what's being taught, at least here in Europe, about the portal days that are measured on through the Mayan calendar. And I think the only thing that I found on an English website was that it's called Galactic Portal Days. Um, I'm gonna stick to the name Portal Days because that's the one that I know. Although Galactic Portal Days is also a very, very good fit. So what they do explain is that basically what we as a global consciousness, our overall consciousness as humans here on this planet, we are evolving, right? When we're on our ascension mode, I think that's something that all of us sort of know or feel, and everything gets faster. And on very special days, we have what you could call like special upgrades that we receive. That's why we use the energy of the stars, of the planets, the way they are, the way that we already know through astrology. And so the galactic portal days are sort of out of the calendar of the Mayan calendar, which describes certain days that on one hand, of course, we can feel that something's happening, something's, evolving. Either we recognize things faster, we have epiphanies faster. That's one thing, but also those days can sometimes be a little bit hard on us because those days are very, they tend to be very mirrory in the way that, how the universe mirrors whatever's happening inside of us. So those kind of days can be very challenging because we feel, we see, whatever paradigm we're living by in our thoughts, the universe shows us. I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say that one of my paradigms or thought patterns that I have currently is I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy of, having a partner, or I'm not worthy of being seen as a full member of, the job where I'm working at. So the universe on the especially, I feel that it's every day, we should always be very mindful, but I feel that for people that are, just getting started to get a feel of all the energies, it's very helpful to know when those days are, because those days might have, will show you something a little bit stronger than usual. And for example, if the paradigm is I'm not worthy of being part of this team where I'm at, for example, in my job, then those are the days that probably someone in my surrounding is going to say something, might not even mean it that way, but I will listen to it as, telling me that I'm not worthy, basically giving fire to that thought, showing me, okay, I'm not worthy of being part of this team. And I'm just trying to find an example, how the universe always reflects whatever's happening, whatever paradigms we're having. So the good thing is that, and that's why I feel it's important for us to be very, aware of those days, because the good thing is once we become aware that those are very special days, on some of them you might not feel anything, but on some of them you might really get triggered hard. And instead of going into, they are so bad, or this person is treating me so bad, instead of doing that, be aware by yourself, stay with your energy, with yourself, and, start thinking, okay, so hold on. So today's portal day. Okay, so that means it's a little bit stronger than usual, but it's still, showing me something that is there. So what is it that it's triggering me, right? So use those days to really be aware and become more conscious of what is triggering you, not in a way to, start pointing fingers at whatever person is not doing it right, but more in, seeing it as the universe helping you see what's going on in your life, what energies you're emitting, what might be in your subconscious, so that you can then start working on it. That's how I've learned to use those portal days. Although like I said, I have to say, after a while, after practicing it more and more, for me, I feel every day I've learned to practice it every day. So I'm giving this to you, as a guideline, that those days can help you, but also to learn, learn with the portal days, and then later learn to use the energy and the awareness that you start using on those days, to use them every day. That's how it helped me back then. And so that's why those days might be, very energetically strong, might feel, it could also, like I said, it might, because not every time, I feel like every portal day brings its own energy. And if it's something that you've already transformed, or where you might not be resonating right now because it's not your topic that day, you might even pass through it, like nothing, nothing strong has ever happened. But maybe you do feel something, and that's why I want to do this. And that's why in my readings I especially have one deck set here for or how do you call them, decks? But yeah, so I have one here with the message of the specific portal days this week that are going to come. I'll let you know in a second when. And we because I feel that they bring their own message as well for us to transform. Again, I wish for everybody, of course, to become as aware as possible, also during, in between the portal days. But I feel back then it helped me a lot to know, okay, so this week's portal days is on that day and that day. So I'm going to be aware for those days. Okay, if something's happening, okay, let me see, where was May's reading? Let me see, what was the message of the portal days? How is it helping me? Maybe, take a look at something. Because I know in the beginning, when we're getting started to work with our own energies, it's all about learning to become aware, and especially learning to read ourselves, because there's so many things in our subconscious that we don't want to see, or that we're pushing away, or that we've basically learned not to look at. So this is, this is a tool that the universe has given us to really, be able. That's why I love triggers, even though they might hurt at that moment. But those triggers are actually helping us, to keep on moving, to keep transforming, to keep ascending, to keep on growing for us as human beings and as human race on the whole planet. So why not use them, right? So why not make a use of those wonderful energetic I'm going to always be telling you that they're wonderful, even though maybe if you start looking at them, you're going to go, May, this time it was really exhausting. And I know some of them are very exhausting, but again, look on the bright side of them. I know it's exhausting. It's good if to go through. Always ask your spirits to help you, to make it a little bit easier on you. But when you see triggers, watch out for them. And those days might just bring up more triggers, yeah, so that's the thing of the portal days. So the reading for this week is going to be for the week of the March 13th until March 19th. And we're having the portal days on March 13th. So today, when you're getting this reading. And the second one is on 17th of March. So those are the two portal days we're going to have this week, both of them combined in a message here in one of the card decks. Then as usual, we have the general one, and then we have the personal one. So for everybody just listening in, we have the white flower on the left, the purple flower in the middle, and the rainbow flower on the right. So just, as always, take a moment, if you want to take a couple of deep breaths, pause the video or the audio, take a moment to feel into which and how many of the flowers resonate with you. Those are going to have your personal message. Okay, that's it. So let's get started. So as I mentioned, we're going to get started with the message that the portal days are bringing us. So we're going to get started with this one over here. So what we have is, see? It's like the cards are confirming. Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. I love when this comes, because this is the one thing that I wish everybody knows. it's our own decision. Every moment we have our own decisions to make. And in this case, they're telling us we're going to have an opportunity this week, and especially with the energy of those 2 days, that are going to helping you and supporting you in passing through your next portals, which means emotionally, physically, whatever's in your, whatever challenges you have right now, the doors are opening for you to pass through. So basically, either epiphanies, enlightenments are going to come up, or you're going to be able to let go of something. Portals can mean so many things. So in this case, take this for yourself, because basically the universe or the spirits are telling you you have a wild card. So it's your decision to make, to go wherever you want to, be for this week. That's a great start. And as a second card, we have here from the Keepers of the Lights cards, we have Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sight high, expect the best possible outcome. So here it is, our dear energy of Diana. I love this, especially with the moon sigil that she has on her head. So basically, it's us focusing on what we want to create. And I love it when it comes from the portal days, because as I said, the portal days sometimes, show us what's really, what's not working for us, what we want to let go, what the really deep triggers that we have, and use them. See, there's a little fly that wants to come into the picture, and use them for, for yourself to focus on to what you want. Do you want to stay in the pain, in the trigger, in the, maybe if you're angry, in the anger, or in the sadness, or are you ready to move on? And especially when we have the portal day in combination, the portal card in combination, that is, it's like, wow, you can decide if you're going to step through it and focus on what you want to create in your life, or if you're still, because even that's okay. So, this is not like you have to, don't push yourself, but it's okay if you feel like you still need to wallow. And I'm trying not to say it in a despective way, but I don't know another better word for it. But if you need to wallow a little bit more in your pain or in your anger, that's okay. But the universe is telling you, the spirits are telling you, the portal days are telling you, if you're ready, focus on where you want to be. Or, is it still, like I said, the pain, the anger? Or are you ready to move on? Are you ready to focus on what is it that you want to create in your life? And this doesn't mean that you already have to know how. Just, like I said, I always say, focus on what you want to create, and then just, as often as you can, release it to the spirit world, to the universe, and let them or it to, give you the solutions. And then from our wonderful super attractor cards, we have, I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. And see how this, I'm going to be celebrating this because these two, they fit together so well. I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. And this is it. This is what I meant with the decision making, because, you can decide to keep being in your fear, or you can decide to find a solution on how to let go of that fear, Maybe you listened into other readings and you know that for me, fear is the absence of love, how to create more love in that moment. And then at the same time, embrace your habit of love. Because, and I love that this card says habit, because we're so used to being in fear. And you probably know the wonderful quote from Marianne Williamson. If not, go and look up a quote from Marianne Williamson in the movie Coach Carter. A beautiful movie, and especially when this scene comes up, it's really, I think you can YouTube it. And if I'll find it, I'll put it under, in the show notes, because it's such a beautiful quote about us, what we're afraid of. And we're so used to being afraid. And it's time to, get used to feel love and be in the energy of love. And we can only do that when we heal the fear, so that we can let the light and the love come back in. So this is, about us taking a decision for it. And, having a portal card that tells us we're on the brink of stepping through. It's basically taking the decision, like this card says, to heal the fear and embrace the love. Great cards. I'm loving it. And then as a second card, we have, I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. There we go again. And you are worthy of feeling good. And you believe you're worthy of feeling good. Please, and if you don't believe it yet, then what can you do? What's the one sentence that you can tell yourself so that you can get closer to the belief that you are worthy of feeling good? Not much more to say to that. Thank you, dear, wonderful Portal Days, for this message. And I hope we can all embrace it for this week. And then we're going to go on with the general cards for this week. So this is March 13th until 19th. We're going to get started with the Starseed cards. The Cosmic Heart. Wow, here we go. The Cosmic Heart. That's also a fit to the Galactic Portal Days. Here we go. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Wow. Make your life a moving prayer. I love that it also uses the word devotion because, I mean, come on. Some of us might not like it because devotion is so much about, sometimes not superior. What's the other word? Sorry, can't think about it. So it's basically, for some people, it's a little bit, it feels a little bit different. But if you use the term devotion on yourself, meaning that become devoted to you, to your personal growth, to yourself, to the cosmic heart, to your intuition, to healing yourself, because the moment you are healed, and that's when you're going to become more connected with the universe, with your essence, and that's when you become even more connected to the cosmic heart. So, this card goes into all directions. So, and potency, you have that inside of you. You have the strength inside of you to connect to, to everything, right? So this is this is a little guidance to do that, to move yourself, imagine that you are a moving prayer. And once you start doing that, it fits well to everything that the Portal Day said, because it's about, getting into that state of, deciding what is it that you want to create, and then living by that more and more, even though it might not feel right away, but, always taking the decision every day and being devoted to it. Devote yourself to yourself, Very beautiful. Then we have, from the Keepers of the Lights, we have faith, humanity, and benevolence. See, that also fits to the cosmic, to get that energy. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. See, that's what I'm saying. The cosmic heart. See that the love. See the good things. Decide on looking at the good things in your world. I always love good news for that. So you can find several social media accounts that talk about good news. Decide to watch that, and you're going to start believing more and more in humanity as well. But also, stay calm, trust in the good in people, because that's also another thing. Some of us, are brought up, and I include myself with that too. We're brought up in fears of, people being bad to us, people, using us. And it might be true in some cases that it actually happens a lot of the times. But if we are, truthful with ourselves, in a lot more of those moments, it's fear of something that we don't even know if it's really true. So, instead of, being, what's it called again? I'm sorry, I'm missing that word. Prejudice. Instead of being prejudiced against someone or something, just wait. I'm just thinking of a situation, you ask someone for help and then nothing comes back, and then you're going like, oh, no, they don't want to help me. And then, but in the end, they were already helping you. They had just forgotten to tell you. But the good thing is, because it maybe might have been a portal day, so it was triggering that fear inside of you. So use that, look at it, and, see how you can transform that for yourself, instead of assuming that everybody else is out for you. start assuming that the universe is for you. The universe is working for you. So every time something happens that you don't like, look at it, because it's a trigger. The universe is actually trying to tell you something so that you can release and transform it. So that's very, very beautiful. Okay, so as a second card from the Keepers of the Lights, we have the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So I feel like that last sentence just says it all. Happiness is your purpose. So this week's a good time to follow whatever makes you happy, whatever is your bliss. Follow that for yourself. And, be sure that divine intervention is happening. So if something challenging comes up this week, be sure that the universe is actually helping you to either create space for something new, or, helping you get out of a situation that maybe just wasn't right for you anymore, right? So keep that in mind and focus on what you would like to create. Here we go. And as our last card from the Super Attractor cards, when I surrender my will to the care of Spirit and the universe, I tune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. When I surrender to the care of Spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. See, isn't that amazing? I mean, isn't that amazing? When I surrender my will. And this is one of the things that I will keep on telling you, because this is, like, I think I mentioned it last time already. This is one of the things that I hoped for, that the teachers that I had in the past would have enforced more. They told me, but I didn't get it until very late. And I feel it's very important to know this as soon as possible. There is a guidance, we're having this double here in these cards. So there is a guidance that we receive. And the thing for us is to be open for it and to surrender to it and allow that guidance to come through to us, right? Because we are the ones that are, here for that information, for that to happen, to create it and make it, to manifest it basically into this world. Okay, now we're going to go into the personal messages. And if you chose the white flower, this is your message from the cards. And we have for you for this week from the Starseed cards, breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. I love this so much. I love the word micromanaging. When I heard it the first time, I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. I love that word. And the first time I saw it in these cards was like, oh yes, so perfect. Because how many times do we try to micromanage the universe? How many times do we say, dear universe, I'd like to have this and that. And then we go, oh yeah, but I want it in green and with blue dots and round, please. And I'm just letting it stand there because, we've all been there. I know we've all been there. We've all tried to tell the universe how we wanted it. But the thing is, it's good to tell the universe what we want, but don't tell the universe how. Because the universe is just going to create it for us. And, the thing is that we, with and I'm going to put this, hopefully in the best way possible, but we have this tiny mind in comparison to this huge universe that is out there. And we think that maybe green with blue dots is perfect for us and round. But what if there's a square one in rainbow colors that is even better, but we didn't know about it because we were so fixed on the green one? So that's what I mean, with that. So I love this card. So it's telling us to watch out for that. Don't start micromanaging the universe, and surrender into that a little bit more for this week. And Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Love this. So this is confirming something is going to be downloaded, maybe probably on the portal days. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So you're getting downloads. And I just said hopefully during portal days, but they might come on the other days as well. So just be aware for yourself that you might have, wake up in the morning with new insights. And here we go. And in stillness I receive. So maybe for this week, for you. I don't know what's going on in your life, but if you receive this card, it's okay, you know, to take a break, to make it slow, or at least to take a couple of moments throughout the day, you know, to just breathe, relax. And in that stillness, you know, let yourself receive the information that the universe wants to tell you. And for those of you going like, May, but I'm not very good with meditation. My thoughts go all over. It's like a carousel inside of my head. It's okay. I want you to just try, you know, because I've been there, and there are just certain days where it still might happen, that my head goes carousel, and then I just, you know, I allow those thoughts to just go extremely fast as they can. I basically give them space to play. And so it might happen that I meditate 20 minutes and that just happens. So they do that, and I know, okay, so today wasn't the day for that. But then you know, but sometimes I allow them to play around, and then after 2 minutes they're gone, and I'm allowed, you know, I'm back into that stillness. And I think it's important for us not to put too much pressure on meditating and on stillness. Stillness can come in so many different colors for everybody. So again, for you, just find out how you can create stillness for yourself. And if you're having a day where just, you know, your brain goes carousel or roller coaster, just allow it to do that for that day. Come back the other day, right? So that's a good solution. So here we go. If you chose the purple flower, these are going to be your messages. And we have the Starseed cards, which are the Courageous Peony. I hope I'm doing this right. Multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Wow. The Courageous Peony. It's time for you to come out and show yourself. Show your gifts, so show yourself with all your whole being. I think I'm not sure if I told you about me being a multi-potentialite. We just, you know, if you're one like me, it's not just multifaceted. It's just that we love, and we are, you know, interested in so many different things, and we're allowed to follow that. But also within that, there's a gift that you bring with that being, and it's allowed to come out. So let it come out, you know. Those are I think I've told you, like, because for me, my heart passion, of course, is personal development and, you know, all things spiritual and energy. But I also have a nerdy side to myself, and I love, you know, things with technology. And I've actually created, you know, I also support others in their business as a virtual assistant because of that, because I have that passion. And it only happened because I was able to show myself, to go out there and say, hey, here I am, and you know what, I do this and that, and I can do that, right? So go and do that. Go and show yourself. And you have Cernunos, life force. Express your your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Here we go. See, this is it. You are allowed to express your driving passion. So what is in there? See, it's already telling you, show yourself with the Courageous Peony, and now it's giving you the confirmation. It's time to go into your passions. And if I remember right, where did we have it? I don't know where the card went, but it was about following your happiness that we had here somewhere. So, oh, here it is. The Divine Director. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Here we go. This is your time. This is your week. If you haven't done it yet, and if you're not, you know, I don't want to push you, but at least consider walking into that direction. You don't have to make all the steps. Just make one into that direction to really live your passions. There's somewhere a passion inside of you that wants to come out and play. And from the Super Attractor cards for you, believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the results. Thank you. Thank you, Gabby Bernstein, for this card. I love this one. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. And that's the perfect thing. Don't focus on, oh my God, where's the path? I need to look at the path. No, the path is, you know, allowing yourself to be more present and more connected to your spiritual guidance, to, you know, the universe, whatever you want to call it best, the source, you know, whatever you want to call it. Be connected to that, follow those instructions or intuitions that you get, and you're going to get to your goals. You can go and say, dear universe, dear ancestors, dear spirit guides out there, I would like to do X, Y, Z. Like I told the universe this year, I want to get started traveling again. And what's happening? I already have 2 bigger trips planned. And I'm so glad. That's going to be awesome. Right? And I don't know about the how, but I know that there's somewhere another trip somewhere hidden. So I'm just going to wait for it to come up. And that's the thing. And I know I trust it. I don't have to have everything figured out yet. And I don't have to know everything yet. I just know it's happening. Right? And that's what these cards are telling you. So amazing. So because I feel that this one is here for your passion. If you're not sure on how to, proceed with your passion or whatever, because you might say, oh my God, by my passion, May, it's so hard. It's so, maybe it's so expensive and I don't know how to, really do it. Allow yourself moments of, connectedness with your spirit guides and allow them to tell you where to go. And be surprised by it. Okay, if you chose the rainbow color, this flower, this is your personal message. So we have from the starseed cards, we have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So for you, it's also very good to be very aware this week, because you might see things that are not in alignment anymore with you. This can be anything, it could be relationships, it could be, jobs, it could be, maybe, things that you are allowed to let go because, or habits, maybe even habits, because we had the habits earlier on. Just to give you an example, because I remember way back then, because there's a group of friends and we all had the same hobby, so we were all doing it, and then suddenly it just doesn't feel right for me anymore to follow that hobby anymore, but I keep going because, what are my friends going to say if I tell them that I don't want to do it anymore? So, that's also saying, like, they're not going to stop loving you if you stop doing that. At least not if there's real, true love in there. And if they're aligned with you, you're going to find other things to do with them. And that's the beauty about it. So this is something that might come up this week, unaligned things to let go. And then we have for you the Shekinah sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. I love this. We had it last week, but I think this week you're getting it again because it's very important for you to follow that. Follow your own rhythm. So this also fits to the alignment card, because everything that is aligned with you is okay. Let your spirit out. Dance to the sacred rhythm. Express all you have, all your gifts, right? So there you go. I mean, I don't know how much difference you're going to make about gifts or purposes. Not purpose, passions, like we had with the purple card, purple flower. But, there are gifts inside of you that want to come out. Let them out. It's time for them to come out. Or like if we take the example of the group of people that I just said, your friends in the hobby, maybe you want to invite all of them to do a different gift hobby with you because it's more aligned with your gift. And last but not least, to begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let spirit give me directions. There we go. So for you, be aware of this. You want to allow things to happen, but it's also important that you allow yourself to listen to what spirit is telling you and let that guidance, show them that you want to follow that guidance, right? And then everything else can come together. I love this so much. So it looks like it's going to be a nice week. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Thank you, dear fly. I don't know how that fly got in here, but she wanted to be in the picture, so she's in the picture. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope you liked this week's reading. Well, yeah. If you did, leave me a thumbs up or a positive comment for the podcast. And tell other empaths and highly sensitives if they could use these readings. And I'm so much looking forward to next week. And for now, I wish you a wonderful, magical week. And if you'd like, on Friday or latest on Saturday, you will receive a new episode of Soul Talk. This time we're going to get into the money energy. I'm so excited. And if you want to listen into the last episodes, I'll put on the links below. And I wish you a great, because we had really beautiful conversations and they're coming up some more. So I'm looking forward to all of that. And for now, have a great week, everybody. Enjoy and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.